What's up, everybody? Dweebo here to talk about the great Nintendo Direct that we just had. I was on the road when it first started, and I started late on the Xenoblade Chronicles portion of the Direct, so I kind of missed out on just a little bit of news. Twilight Princess HD right out the gate. Woo! That is major, people. Twilight Princess to me is the best Zelda. It's not my favorite, but I think it is so well designed. It's so awesome. And I missed that when I came home to see, what did I miss? It's just Twilight Princess. So excited. So I'm watching the Direct, and then it goes to, there's a Midnight Amiibo, and I go, hey, Nintendo, I got 800 of these things. I don't want to buy outside the Smash line, even though I bought the Splatoon ones because I'm a chump. But they were like, hey, there's going to be a special bundle with the game, and it's up for pre-order today. Sure enough, as Reggie's talking about this, I'm Googling, I'm finding, okay, there's a link, oh, hurry up, click pre-order. Yes, okay, pre-order. Whew. Stuff sells out quick, and I got it. So excited for that. Gosh, yeah. I was happy with the rest of the Direct, even though I had just seen since Xenoblade, so I only got to see that to Xenoblade. Still satisfied with the Direct then, but man, awesome, right out the gate. They had new Splatoon courses, or two courses, I believe. Hey, if you don't have Splatoon, it's going to be on sale for $25 at several stores on Black Friday. Pick it up. That is awesome. That game I'm not really into online shooters. I like playing online. The single player to me, which I prefer, was great, but the online, I don't like online, and that sold me. It's so fun. So check it out. And they keep adding new content. There's all this new stuff. And for $25 you're going to get all this stuff? You're nuts. You're nuts if you don't have this game. You heard it here. Put it in the comments if you think I haven't seen one person say Splatoon sucks. Except me saying that right now, saying you'd have to be nuts to say it. Enough about Splatoon. I'll get off that. They talked about, just going down here, they showed some free-to-play Pokemon Picross, and some badge thing. Buzz off with that. That's just cashing in on stuff or whatever, and milking microtransactions. I like Nintendo's DLC, with Mario Kart, Smash Brothers, worth every penny. This is silly putty if you're wondering if you see weird stuff being held. But we don't need that, but, they're a business, I guess, but it just seems soulless. You can customize your home screen with, if you get enough buttons and stuff. Don't get out of here. I just turned into a gangster guy. Okay, back on this. This made me laugh out loud. I don't even know if I mentioned this. So I was on the way home. The beginning part really doesn't make sense if I didn't mention this. I was on the way home. I missed the beginning part, but when I tuned in, I got to see all the stuff. Or I was driving on the highway, just let it play in the background to see what they were announcing. And they announced for Hyrule Warriors Legends a female Link, Linkle, which got a loud laugh out of me. So I feel like that was an Iwata thing. Iwata popped in and said, hey, what if, Linkle is a girl Link? That just seems like something he would do, so I'm just going to say that was Iwata's last ideal. I don't know. Mario Tennis footage. I'm not going to buy that. It's got a good price point. I think 40 is fair for it, but I'm not a really big... I love tennis, and I love Mario Tennis, actually, on N64. I haven't played any of the other ones on GameCube or Wii or whenever they put them out. The Mario sports games don't do much for me. I think if you've played one, you've played them all. They're almost like Madden. You can play one every other one. I don't know, but it looks good. Looks fun. Looks like a fun time. Doing my hand gesture a lot like this. Pokken Tournament. I think the creators of Tekken are working together with the Pokemon people, making Pokken Tournament. Looks fun. I don't know if I'll get it at launch, but looks like I like weird, wild games. That's what the whole Wii U is just weird games, so. On that, Next up is the Fire Emblem. What was the freaking name of all this stuff? Oh my gosh, they really like confused the heck out of me. Driving home, I was cracking up. Not only at Linkle got a good laugh. So did Fire Emblem Fates. I think the game's gonna be good. Like, I'm not a fan of these games, but man, they really went all out with this release. I'm excited for you people. But weren't they called like Fire Emblem, like White and Black version or something before? I think. And also fight me in the comments if I'm wrong, if I'm not right on that. If it was, I think they changed the name because of all the racial tension that's going on right now in America. There's a lot of bad stuff. If you're not from America watching this, you might not know. So that's pretty messed up here, and I think that was the reason. Fight me in the comments if you think I'm wrong. I'll allow some punches because I might be totally off guard on that. But they renamed them. Regardless, Fire Emblem Fates, I might be reading way too into this. Fire Emblem Fates Birthright, Fire Emblem Fates Conquest, and Fire Emblem Fates Revelation. I have a theory, though. First off, this was confusing. So you have Fire Emblem Fates Birthright, and for $40, and they both are $40. But if you buy one of them, you can get the other one, a download version, for $20. Or you can get this third version. There's another way to buy the third version and this. And I was like, I'm not even like... I've been playing games for a while. I'm confused, so I think they did a pretty funny job kind of explaining that. But it comes like an art book and some case, I think. Yeah, pouch. It's a pouch. But there's the three things. So there's the two that they've announced, but then they said Fire Emblem Fates Revelations, this third thing that kind of like connects the story and stuff. You know what that is? I don't think the games were done, and because correct me again in the comments. The way I understood this is that it's going to be a downloadable afterwards after those two games release. I don't know if the games were done, and then by the time people are going to be playing and stuff, they're like, oh, here's the third version. I could be really wrong, but that's my theory. That's my tinfoil hat theory on that game. And then two, there's going to be a map pack DLC bundle. Also be available for pre-order. So such a mess with all those releases. Cracked me up. So Megaton 1 got that pre-order and that Twilight Princess. I'm, ecstatic about that now that I learned it in retrospect. Dragon Quest VII Localized and headed in summer 2016. Dragon Quest VIII 2016. Dragon Quest VIII we've known about. I love that game. Great game. One of my favorites. I got to do a freaking retro review on that one day. I got a poster hanging over here of it. For goodness sakes. But Dragon Quest VII I've never played ever. It came out for PS1 originally, and then they remastered it on the 3DS in Japan. Well, people kept asking, is that coming? Is that going to be localized? And it's been several years to the point where I think a lot of people just gave up on it. But hey, people that gave up, come back. I never played it, so I don't have whatever, but I knew it was a big deal. So a big megaton. I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna definitely pre-order that. I want to play it. People say it's good. Love Dragon Quest VIII. So what do I got to lose, baby? They showed off Mario and Luigi Paper Jam, which I'm a little spooked. I'm a 1%. I'm like 20% spooked. I'm actually going to look at it right here, but it's kind of it looks great. I love those games. Those Mario and Luigi Partners in Time. I just played Bowser's Inside Story this year for the first time. That's one of those games where I was like, why didn't I play this at launch? Oh, I'm such a moron. But because it was so good. These games are so full of charm and humor. They're actually funny. The gameplay is perfect. The music's fun. The graphics are perfect. Go play that series. Awesome. So when they announced Paper Jam, I even liked the sticker star thing. That kind of changed stuff up, but it was weird. Paper Jam was announced. It's like a mix of Paper Mario with, these characters. You already probably know about it. I don't know. You get it when I say Paper Jam. You know they're involved. You know the paper is involved. But they showed that you're going to be able to use amiibos and put those on there. There's a new gameplay element where you're going to use battle cards. I'm thinking it's just an item, kind of like browsing through this. Yeah, it also improves party member status. Yeah, I hope, because I like Sticker Star, but man, if they try to do that again in this, I'm out. Yeah, so I don't know if they're required. Also put that in the comments because I'm clueless when it comes to this. I don't think they are. I'm throwing my hat in the ring that they are not required. I think it's just an extra thing. That kind of spooked me if they are required. It looks extra to me in the gameplay. They showed off these new like indie games, a couple indie games and stuff. Those look neat. Not really. They didn't seem like anything I was like really big on, but they're there, and there's people that really get into the indie titles on there. So lots of cool stuff for you if you're into that. But I don't care. Final Fantasy Explorers Collector's Edition includes a soundtrack and an art book. They announced that. Cool that they're bringing a Final Fantasy action RPG to 3DS. I might look more into that. That just sounds fun. I love action RPGs and like Final Fantasy. So what could go wrong? As I'm saying this, gets like 5 scores or 6 on Metacritic. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm excited to check it out more. I need to see some more. Kind of hard to see when you're driving. I didn't want to cut off too many people. Kind of checking this. I didn't cut off anybody. Star Fox got delayed this year. They even wrote a letter. I think Miyamoto wrote it in his own blood. That said, listen, you know how we sucked at E3? Well, how about if we said Star Fox got delayed in 2016? But I honor the man because he said, hey, you know what? It wasn't up to our standards, and we're going to wait. How many game devs are doing that now? How many game developers are saying, no, we'll delay it for quality? Some, but not many. And when they do come out, they're still freaking broken. So Nintendo's one of the few. They are top tier trustworthy on game quality. You might not even like the game, but you cannot deny the quality of Nintendo. But they showed more footage, and what I was kind of like looking at and stuff and browsing, it looks, it still doesn't grab me that much. Is that bad? Like, it just, I mean, it didn't in 2015. That was an issue. And then they kind of showed it again. It's like, man, like, I think Platinum's working on this game, and I love Platinum, but man, you just gotta go nuts. Like, I want stuff exploding all over the screen, and I'm playing Bayonetta 2 right now, and you need to just go nuts. Like, I want to see stuff exploding. But, I guess not. So that will not be a day one buy for me. But what did you guys think? Are you excited about that? The next thing, Star Fox. We'll see what happens when it comes out. Won't be a day one. But yeah. And the next thing, as I was just saying, is they showed off something that is really cool. I think it's awesome that it's there. I'm pumped to have it, to whatever. But it was a about time announcement. It wasn't like, oh, wow. It was more like, come on, like, give it. But and that is Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow headed to the 3DS Virtual Console in February of 2016. Cool, awesome. I love this onslaught of stuff that they have released in 2016. It is an onslaught. They have that Paper Jam. I think it's in January. I was not expecting that. Zelda in March 4th. I think it's March 4th. Yeah, March 4th. These are first quarter. Are you kidding me? Out of the blue. All this 3DS stuff. I think Fire Emblem Spring, that Pokemon Red Blue stuff is, it's going to be February 27th. See, like, we're all these first quarter stuff. That's awesome. I think that was really cool for them to hold this stuff back. Yeah, but yeah, as I just said, this was kind of a finally announcement. I think they should have had this like close to the Virtual Console launch. They should have launched with this. Like, with the Virtual Console for the 3DS, they should have said, hey, you playing these Game Boy games? Boom. The most highly regarded, games of all time. They're it's my second favorite or third favorite, game is the Pokemon Blue, Red, Yellow. They're interchangeable. They're my favorites. Like, I grew up on that. I will probably pick these up, but I'm not in a really big hurry to replay any Pokemon game right now. After X and Y and Omega, I can live without those. They showed off a Mega Man Legacy Collector's Edition. The Collector's Edition has a gold Mega Man, which I could just feel the rage of Amiibo collecting people like me. Except I'm not collecting outside the Smash Brothers, except for freaking Midna and anything else they kind of tricked me into. But They ain't tricking me on this. I'm not that big of a Mega Man guy. But man, like, the Legacy Collection has all these games, and then you have to, if you want to get a gold, well, you get in the collector's edition a gold Mega Man, which I thought was funny. They're not going to sell that separate. Well, maybe they will. They've been getting restocks, weird rates. I saw Shulk, the GameStop amiibo in North America, at Toys R Us the other day, and didn't even know that was a thing. But yeah, so maybe it will. But I thought it was funny that was exclusive. I was just like, dang, Nintendo. But yeah, all this cool stuff. Then we get to the end. They said, hey, we got one more cool thing to show. What is it? It is Cloud freaking Strife in Smash Brothers. And I saw earlier on the NeoGAF forums, or you can find it elsewhere online, there was probably rumblings of Square Enix, I guess this is how the rumor went, of Square Enix characters possibly in Smash Brothers. I don't look, when I start to see like, oh, here's what might be in there, blah, 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 I just click out, because to me, I kind of want to watch this and be surprised. I want to have the element of surprise. That's what I like. It's fun. So I'm driving home, and they announced this, and I flipped out. I was wrecking into semis and giving people the bird. No, I wasn't doing any of that. I was just happy and screaming in the car. I was just so happy. This was just a crazy announcement. This is what I refer to as a schoolyard dream. This is me back in elementary school with a bunch of people, and we all sitting around talking about the N64 version of Smash Brothers. Oh, Jimmy, I heard if you do this character, you might get Cloud. I think Cloud might be in this new one. What? On GameCube? There's no way. Like, that's how I sounded, too. No, I didn't. But, you know what I mean? Like, this is a schoolyard dream. This is, like, stuff that's not going to ever happen in a million years, and it happened. I think this had to do with the voting thing, but how the freak did that, like, the voting where people vote for the Smash Brothers characters in that poll. But how in the world, like, I know that Cloud's been on that Theater Rhythm game that came to 3DS, but nothing else in it. He's kind of a PlayStation icon. So it's really weird to see him pop up as Smash Brothers. Even where Snake was kind of a PlayStation icon, they made Twin Snakes prior to Brawl, and so when he was in there, it kind of made more like, okay, yeah, cool. Wow, third party with Sonic and stuff. Even Sonic had like stuff, but to me, Cloud in Theater Rhythm does not count as his form that's showing up here. It isn't his Theater Rhythm form. Awesome. There's the Advent children's costume you can change on him. Oh, awesome. So cool. I think he's coming next year, I guess. Could be wrong on that. Could be right. Oh no, sometime in 2015. So and they announced a December Nintendo Direct. Pretty sure that they will release them that day or that around that time. So wow, really cool. 3 Megatons, Twilight Princess HD, boom. Dragon Quest VII, boom. And we got that Cloud Strife coming out this year. Wowzoo. Really cool stuff, guys. So what'd you guys think? Correct me if I'm wrong on anything. Tear me apart if I'm wrong. Maybe give me a like if you think I was right on one thing. You got to give me a like on I got the Midno amiibo. I told you that was there. That's real. So yeah, this Direct E3 2015 Nintendo just flunked. It failed. But this makes up for it. I think this makes up for it big time. What did you guys think? Did you think it made up for the failure that was E3 2015? Maybe you didn't think E3 was a failure. I did. But this made up for it. Twilight Princess HD is a perfect appetizer for Zelda Wii U, which I forgot to touch on. They showed a small couple seconds of. Still looks great. Still want to get that immediately, but glad that they're taking time on it. And the Twilight Princess HD, take all the time you need now, boys, because that is a perfect appetizer. So giddy about that announcement. So what'd you guys think? Like this video. Maybe you'll comment it. Say, hey, what's up? Or maybe you'll subscribe. That would be nice. If you would, please. I'm at 19 minutes. This is about the long as the freaking keynote. I better get off here. Thank you for watching. This is Dweebo out. I'm going to go play some more Bayonetta 2. Woo!